Hey, it's Adam Hansen here, and I'm going to do my very last wrap of my shoes. I have new design shoes and they won't be wrapped anymore. So these shoes are wrapped. This is the shoes I wore and crashed in Pay Basque. That yellow stuff there is Kevlar. This is a bit hairy. Normally you'd have to put epoxy on there to harden it up and sand it back, but I'm just going to do a full wrap over the top. So the first thing you have to do is full breakdown. That green thing was just before, is just electrical tape over that Stanley knife I snuck through the airport security. So at the moment I'm just taking off, this is kinetic tape. Kinetic tape is really good. I had a really good experience with it. It sticks super good. So when I put the wrap on, I put the kinetic tape over the top. Now I'm just getting the wrap off the shoe. It's a bit of a messy job, but it's, it's pretty quick, as you can see. So that's one shoe pretty much done. Just having a little inspection and everything, and it's a bit damaged. This one I'll start at the bottom, take the kinetic tape off, and then being careful around the heel, because in the heel section I've got this different material there. It's really sticky and holds my heel in, so I don't want that to get out. So just taking off the wrap. It's pretty boring job, actually. It's not like wrapping a car or anything. And then so the last shoes, they're wrapped all over, so these ones will be a bit different. I'm a bit worried about this Kevlar part, but it's the last. These shoes should retire after Frankfurt. At the Giro I'm going to have a totally new pair of shoes. Totally different design, totally different ratchet system. Everything will be internal. It'll be, you won't see anything from the outside, and the tightening system will be all inside the shoe. So I'm going to wrap these ones a little different. Like before, I did a full wrap, and that's a lot more time consuming. So what I'm going to do with this one is just going to wrap as close as possible to where the lacing is. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to put some extra wrap on the Kevlar part. So I hope to double up on those sections. There's also a crack on the front, so I'll double up there also, just to hide it a little. So when the second wrap goes on top, there's a less of a chance to see it. I don't have a hairdryer here. Hairdryer makes this so much easier. And me wrapping shoes is definitely not my strongest point. So I just, stick a bit down on the table, and that holds it there, and I just slowly just roll it on and stretch it. And this one's got really good elasticity, this wrap, so you don't need a hairdryer, but you see I'm working pretty good with it. It stretches pretty well. I always do the front first, and so I always do it in two parts. So as you can see, I'm doing the front, and I try and pull it around as much as possible. I do a little cut there because it's a tight corner, and I just overlap each other. I just keep pulling down until I get all the seams out of the way, and I get as far down as possible. And then when I do that, I do the very last part. That goes on more towards the heel. And when I've got that a good distance, you see that cut with a Stanley knife, cut it dead straight, just pull it off. Now I'm cutting the top off. And then I won't worry about the bottom yet until I do the heel. So the heel is the second section of wrap. Just goes around the heel. It's the exact same way. You got to stretch it a lot more because the heel's a bit more complicated joint. Does a full 180. So once I do that, I pull up all the top, get all the seams out of it, so it's looking nice, and get the Stanley knife, cut over the top, and then I go and do the bottom, do the same as the bottom, and actually run the same line every time at the bottom. It's where I glue the top on, and I just go around the heel section. Once you do that, it all comes off. Looks pretty good. Now I pre-cut this kinetic tape. I didn't have time to do these shoes at home, so I'm doing them the night before Frankfurt. So I pre-cut everything. I've got no spares, so I really got to get it right the first time. The top part of the kinetic tape I put on now is a little bit thicker because it's got to be more part of it, more contact area on the inside. So when I pull my foot out, it doesn't come out with it. So basically I just put in a little bit, and then yeah, and as you see there, I just did the bottom part of it, and the bottom part just bridges the gap between the carbon and the wrap, so it looks more cleaner finish. So now I'm starting on the second shoe and doing the same method. Put it on the table and holding one side down and just stretching a little without a hairdryer. It's a bit difficult, but gets the job done. I'm pulling here and wonderful. I just put my finger through the only bit I have. So that was a bit of a stupid move there, but I'll show you later how I can fix something like this. So I just continue and forget about that massive hole that you can see a mile away and continue as normal, and yeah, just wrap the rest and the same method. Cut the top off there, cut the side dead straight, put the back part on. Goes on pretty good, pretty easy. Just wrapping it, stretching it, pulling it along. Then I'll grab the other shoe. I like to make them the same, a bit symmetrical, a bit anal about that. And then I just cut the top off, and then I just cut the soles off, just like I did before. Just cut the excess wrapping material off. Then I get, once that's done, I'm going to cut it dead clean, that hole. So now there's a big cutout, and I'll I had a little bit of spare material, not to do the whole thing. I'm just going to put it there, and there you go. It's magically disappeared. Now, I did damage the top of the wrap already when I was working with it upside down on the table. So I just added a little bit to hide that. I redo the top and with the kinetic tape, and then the bottom, and now I'm doing the top part. So I just do this, have a little break there, just cut a little bit extra longer, don't put it in, put the top in at the front, and then I put the back in, and then I slowly feed it inside, give a good wipe, and there you go. They look brand spanking new. So tomorrow in Frankfurt, I'm going to be looking nice and slick. These shoes are, like 18 months now, so they've done a good time. This is the last time I'll be wrapping them. That's my new shoes weren't ready. I tried to get them ready for Frankfurt, but they just weren't ready. Totally different design, so I kept these ones and just wrapped them clean. That's where that cutout hole was. Can't see it. Looks good. So thanks for watching. See you next time.